Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank each and every one of y'all for clicking on today's video. Well, we are fixing to do something that everybody has been asking us for a very long time. And as y'all see, we got the blue building back here. And when we purchased this building, we did not plan on keeping it this color. So today, what we're going to end up doing is start prepping this building to actually be painted. Now granted, we've got everything built up over here. It looks cluttered. Yes, the wind is blowing 100 miles an hour today. Not really, but it's about 40, 45. And we got our tin delivered the other day. I actually stole the wrong tin from the lumber yard. I didn't do it. That's what they loaded up. I took off with somebody else's tin, and they called me and was like, hey, I think you got somebody else's tin. So we went out there and looked, and I was like, well, I remember talking about 20-foot sheets because the pins are going to be 20 foot long, but I did. I had somebody else's tin, and luckily they found it, but this is the tin that's going to be going on the chicken coops. It's going to look really nice once we get it all together. But anyways, before we get started, today's video is sponsored by Lefondat. That is the spray gun we're going to be using. This thing is pretty neat. I went and watched some videos on it and how to put it together and everything, but I'll give you a sneak peek here. It is a 2-in-1. You can actually use it, roll it around and use it that way, or you can break it apart and actually use a cordless spray gun. So here in a second, we will probably go inside here and start opening it up and start putting it together. But I'm going to go ahead and start. Steph and the kids will be here in a little bit. They're going to help me actually tape this off. We did get the, hey now, quit fighting. Now, come on. We did end up getting some latex flat paint for exterior barns and homes and fences, and I think that's what we're going to be using on the rest of the property. Now I can't remember if that is the same color that we put over there, but that's what we're going to start painting all the barns. And as you see, this barn here, it's got a lot of white on it here, so I'm going to have to go off and tape it all. And it's going to be really hard, just because as you see, the wind is really high right now. It's been like that for 2 days, but I've got to get this thing going. And if it'll work in the wind, that means it's a great product. So I'm going to go ahead and get in here. We're going to break that out real quick, take a look at it while we're waiting on Steph and them to show up. And once they get here, we will start. Oop, back up. Whoa! We will start taping everything off. All right, guys, I'm pretty excited about this spray gun. I've never really used a spray gun, but after watching the videos, looks like it's easy to set up, easy to use. So we're fixing to put it to test. So let's go ahead and get this baby opened up and see what all comes with it. And I like it because it's a 2-in-1, and I will show you that in a minute. And which I didn't realize that at the beginning, but we'll take a look at it and let you see it for yourself. It's pretty neat. So, all right, so basically, let's get this plastic off of here. So on this, it's like I said, it's got the hoses and stuff, and we're going to open this up and I'm going to show you the installing it and everything. It does come with 2 batteries. One of the batteries up the house right now charging. We'll go get that here in just a minute. It's got all the pieces that you need to actually put your tips and stuff on. I've got the knife here. I'm going to go ahead and get this off. And what I'm hoping is later on this evening that the wind will die down and we can actually start spraying painting. Which there's, if not, we can hopefully tomorrow it'll be a lot better. and the wind's not very high. Comes with all the gadgets here, or gadgets, I love saying gadgets. You got your wrenches, and then you got your 2 sprayers, and then you got your seals that go in it. They sent extras as well. And when I was saying it's a 2-in-1, you got your sprayer hooked up over here, right here. And now you want to go, if you choose to use a spray gun, all you got to do is take the lid off here, raise this baby up. There's your gun, in which they do send the canister as well. Put your canister on there, go ahead and take your battery, plug your battery up, and you're ready to go. Then you don't actually have to use the actual cord. When Lefondat actually reached out to me, I told Steph, I said, well, I'm not for sure. I'm not much of a painter. So they sent me some videos to watch and how easy it was to put together. And after watching them, I was like, I can do that. We need to paint the tiny building, so let's go ahead and give it a try. So anyways, that was just a quick brief to show you, you know, basically you can disconnect this, put it on this, and use this as a spray gun. Same deal, once you get ready, you can go ahead and put it all back on here. Does not take any time at all. Take your battery off, then you're going to let it fall right back down into its spot. Put your lid back on it. That's where you're going to be actually putting your paint, and I'm going to show you something with that here in a second. Well, actually, I'll go ahead and show you now. So if you're going to be filling this up, go ahead and take your top off here, and you just slide your paint bucket here, slide it out. You go ahead and put your paint in there, and then slide it back in easily. Same deal, set this back down here. It's pretty simple, and like I say, I've never really used one of these, actually never, to be honest, that I can think of. And then you install your battery here on the back. It comes with 2 batteries. One of them is actually charging right now, and as I'm looking at this one, it's got where you can actually see it's about 50% full right now. So I'm going to get this baby turned back around here, and we're going to go ahead and connect your spray nozzle here, and I'll show you how you actually, how this one, I don't know if all of them are like this, but, and one thing about it, these here, they show you step-by-step videos to get you through it if you've never actually put one of these together. Super easy to use. You got a little nut washer here to seal off. We're going to go ahead and drop that down there at the bottom. You use this thing right here to kind of line it up, your little special tool, and you're going to have the white piece actually showing face up. And once you get that, put your finger in, and then you're going to take this here, and you're going to put that in there, let it slide back just enough that you can actually stick this in here, because this is what you're going to open and close it with. Once you get to slide back, keep it pushed forward, and then you can still rotate it whichever way you actually need it, and it actually sticks out about, like, I don't know, probably about a 1/4 or 1/8 of an inch. And then what we will do then is we will come over here and actually put it on the spray gun. And like I say, it comes with all the wrenches and stuff to actually tighten it. Once you get it tight, keep it lined up right here, that way you can use it that way. So once again, once you get that, we're going to take the hose here. Inside's got these little washers here. We're going to take one of these washers, and we're going to place it inside here, so when it does go right here, it seats right up. That's one thing I like about this. They actually send everything to go with it. Make sure you get these really, really tight, and then that way they don't leak. Just like up here, this one's already got one of these little washer deals in it. So what we're going to do is just go ahead and place this on the end, just like this. So being it's already got a washer, green washer deal in it, we're going to place it on the end here. So once you get done spraying, make sure you lock it back that way so it's locked. And I mean, nothing's going to actually catch on to anything and it starts spraying. If it's down just like that, it will. So it's got a little safety lock there. We'll go ahead and place that right there. And so once you actually have this attached and you have your paint in it, and like I showed you earlier, you decide you want to go ahead and use, and you want to actually use just the cordless paint. So once you have everything hooked up, you know, you might ask yourself, well, what are we going to carry all these extra pieces in? Okay, so if I can change this out, I don't want to have to take this off. That's why they send two. So at the back of this is another thing I like about it. At the back here, you got their little storage compartment that you can actually put your stuff in. That way you don't have to worry about losing it. Obviously, go ahead and take this out of its package. So once you have it out of your package, you can take your little extra seal there and put that in there. And I wouldn't recommend actually getting these out of the packages, but I would leave them in there, wrap them up, and then I'm going to keep them sealed right here. That way, if I don't have all the tools with me, so if you do want to take this off, all you got to do, make sure it's unlatched. I didn't latch it a while ago. Unlatch it, lift it up, get your battery. Once you get your battery on, then you can actually put this one on. You can either take it off of this one, or if you have your other one there with you, you can just simply open this up and get your other piece inside here. Same deal, just drop it in there. And if for some reason you can't get it in here, that's what the end of this I'm using to actually line it up. Once it's lined up, like I showed you a while ago, stick your finger in there, let it pull back just a little bit. Let it go ahead and slide back in there just a little bit, just enough that you can actually get your little piece in there. And then you're going to let it slide all the way back. You're going to push that piece in there just like that. And then on the front of the spray gun here, we want to just make sure we put it right there and get it really, really tight so it doesn't leak out. Fill up your little paint container. And this is this year pressure relief. And so once you got that, you're ready to go ahead and start painting. So once you get done painting, you can actually, there's a pressure release that you will actually engage before you, or actually turn on before you actually take this off. Once you got it take off, be sure to take the battery off, place it back down in here. Once you get it set in there, lock it back into place, and then be sure to put your battery back on here, and then your lid. But after that, you're going to take your nozzle off. And be sure when you pull that out, being that they're little pieces, be sure to open it up, clean them off, put them back in here. Easy to clean up, which we haven't made it that part yet, but we will see here in a little bit. And then you'll just take your hose and make sure you get that on tight. Same deal with your lid here, your paint lid. Put that on there, tighten it down so it's good to go. Also, it will come with your strainers. When you get ready to pour it in here, you can actually set these on so you don't get any trash or anything inside there. If you do get it in there and it does clog up, they sent you a little item here to get it unclogged. So then you'll be set to go. This thing right here, this here is going to be how you can actually test your paints before you actually put it in there so you don't get it stopped up, which they have a video that you can watch to show step by step how we did this. And then like here, it shows whatever type of oil or latex, whatever type you're actually using, how many seconds it should actually take while it's running through. So I thought that was pretty neat. So we're going to go ahead and set this all aside here, and I'm going to put these in here so I don't lose them. I do have the battery charging, which it does come with 2 batteries, so you got one charging at all times. All right, so we're going to go outside and I'm going to start taping everything off. I'm going to leave a link in the description box so you can click on that link and go check out a little bit more information about this 2-in-1 sprayer. Like I say, we're going to demonstrate it here in just a little bit, and we will give you our honest opinion, because obviously you can tell they ain't been used, so we're going to use it live on here to share it with y'all. It is a little bit warm in that barn there, so the wind does feel really good. As you see, I got kind of sopping wet in there. But I went to Walmart and I actually got everything I need to go ahead and start taping this off. So we're going to get this out and we're going to start trying to tape this off. And I actually got to look in here, and as I was looking, you know, there is a lot of white to actually have to tape off here. So what we might end up doing is we will just tape off the windows and we will spray this all red, and then we'll come back and actually use a roller on the white and get a good coat on the white. And it kind of looks like that's what they did. They just painted it all blue and then come back and put white on the outside. So most likely that's what we'll do. We'll come around and get the windows, and yeah, everything else can actually be painted. So we just really got to cover up the windows. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 windows, and then we got up here at the very top, we will have to do that as well. As you see, that is still busted out. While we're up there, maybe we can get some tape or something and tape it up. So we're going to go ahead and get to work and let you watch. All right, I brought my helper and we are going to try to get this up and going. I put that there, it fell over. I thought it broke, I about panicked. So we're going to go ahead and cut this, well, if my knife will work. So now I'm going to take this and see how wide it's got to be. And honestly, I could just put it right here because it doesn't have to go on. It's going to be so hard in this wind, but all right, buddy, get over here. Okay. Will you hold this real quick?
There, you need to go outside and shut that window.
No, I think it's actually doing good that way. It's keeping it sucked in.
No, the other window. The window with no.
All right. So I've got those two going there, but I just got to thinking about this because it's just way too windy to get this this up here. The barn down here, we don't have to tape anything off, and it's kind of down in a little it's not right here on the hill. So we're going to run down there and take a look at that real quick, and we may go ahead and paint that one because it is just so hard trying to put that plastic up over the windows. And we'll see how it works down here. All right, guys, so me and Leighton's come down here and we looked this building over. I think we're going to go ahead and paint this one. We've got to go ahead and tape these walls off, or tape this window off. It's just one window, it's not a whole bunch of them. So yeah, that's the plan. Like I say, we've been meaning to paint this for a while. With the wind the way it is up there, it's just almost impossible to actually get any paint up there. But so I've been wanting to do this for a while anyways, so I want to go ahead and get this started and actually see if this sprayer is something that I like, or am I going to have to get something else to do the job. And honestly, I want to give them a review and let y'all know what type of sprayer it's going to be. So we're going to go ahead and get some of the plastic, and we'll start taping this off real quick. So we ended up buying 5 gallons of that paint because, like I said, we're going to be painting everything the same color.
Can you cut this off?
Not yet. Let's see how we do this. All right, there it is, guys. And now we'll get the front door and we'll be ready to go. We grab that tape, son. All right, that worked there for that reason. The wind is blowing down here a little bit, but nothing like it is up there. It's absolutely crazy. Look at those trees just swish back and forth. See down here, these trees ain't doing that. So I think it'd be best to do this. So we're going to go ahead and get it out and get started. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get our stuff out here. I'm going to pull this out because you always pull this out before you pour the paint in it. We're going to set that right there. We got our paint here, which I wish we had a way to shake this stuff up, but we don't. And this is water-based. Wow. All right, I do not have a funnel, so this ought to be interesting. So we're going to take this, scoop it in like this.
Yeah, but this much in the top,
Get that baby set in there. Once you get it locked in, you're going to take this. You're going to go ahead and put it back just like I showed y'all earlier. So this is one thing I'm going to show y'all. Once you get this set, this little groove here is going to go into this trigger to engage the trigger so you can actually start spraying. You will have to turn it on, and then once you get done, you'll lock it, unlock it. So get that. Make sure you come over here, latch the back of it here. Got it latched. Now put your lid on. This here we're just going to leave back here for now. Our sprayer, once we get started, we'll get it adjusted. And then we got a battery right here, which this is the one that's been charging. And as you see, it's full. So we're going to go ahead and put this on here. We're going to take it over here and get close to the building and see if we can get started. I will say that they do have rollers on it, so if you was in the house or whatever, it will roll around. But being we're out here, it won't roll around because of the rocks. So, all right, I'm trying this for the first time with y'all live, so here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. But I do think it's going to take more than one coat. So we'll deal with that on the next one. Perfect. Get a pretty good coat on it tonight, and then I'll come back tomorrow, and then hopefully I can actually put some white on, or we can go ahead and start painting the other building. Okay. We'll let that dry and I'll come back and get some more of that. And another thing about this has some really good technology that keeps the sprayer cool as you're actually spraying. It's also got an LED light you can turn on as well. So if you, for some reason, need some light to fill it up or whatever, if you're in a house, you know, working, there's not electricity yet, you can use that to fill that up. You can also rotate this if you want to spray it long ways, like this here. You can rotate it whichever direction you choose. So you can also rotate it if you choose to go like this. But if you like to go up and down like I was doing, you can go just like this. So it's really your preference what you choose. And I will say one thing, I painted the other barn with a roller, and let me tell you, that was an all-day process. Now granted, we might have to go back over this again, but I'm perfectly fine with that because it's a lot faster this way. I may go ahead and turn this sideways like I showed you a while ago to do it this way. We're out of paint, so I'm going to get some more paint and bring it over here. So it's actually starting to get dark, and what I'll probably do means it's starting to get dark, and I just about got this actually finished here. I just really wanted to show y'all how well it actually worked, but I've got to get up here. We're fixing to eat dinner, but when we come back tomorrow, I will come back and start here. And it's just one of those deals I've got to actually, you know, play with and get used to it. We're going to go ahead and go over here and show you how easy it is to clean up. And if I have time in the morning, I might come out and film a little bit more of me actually getting this ready. And yeah, so this machine is definitely a lot of fun. Matter of fact, so much fun, I'm going to try to go ahead and put a little bit in there and we'll finish it real quick. If you do get this on the side or whatever, don't worry. This here is water-based and they're super easy to clean up, but I wanted to go ahead and finish this side. When you get to this stage here, okay, I've already backed it out, so the pressure is going to have to build back up. So what you're going to do is take this knob here, push it all the way forward, and you're going to hold it like 3 to 5 seconds, and then we're going to go back and we're going to let it catch. And then lock it back in place and you're good to go. All right, this go around's a lot better. So once again, that just goes to show you, I don't know what I'm doing, but the machine's easy enough to figure out on my own. Well, good morning guys. We're back down here at the shop building, and I forgot to hit record last night while I was painting the shop, which I was going to be down here anyways painting some more. But what I forgot to hit record on is when I was actually using the spray gun. So I figured I would go ahead and come down here and use the spray gun this morning and go back over the front part. So we're going to go ahead and put some paint in this spray gun and show you it actually working as well. Show you here, once you get this seated in here, you got your little tool back here. Always keep this with you because this thing comes in handy. Well, I've got one in my hand. What am I thinking? And then on the front part, slide this bad boy, let it go back. You're going to use the same battery as this one, but always keep your other one charging. In which I got a lot of my old poles here, but I can go ahead and it won't hurt it if paint actually gets on it. Or if there's a situation you just need the cordless sprayer and just break it apart, you can use that. But for the rest of the building, I'm actually going to use the main sprayer, which I've already showed y'all that. And as y'all know, when you're filming, it takes a lot more time to get the job done. So I've got to get this done today. I'm going to try this side. It is a little bit more windier down here in this area this morning. So maybe this evening I may have to come back and finish it, but I'm going to get off here and try to get this side done. We'll just see how it goes. But I wanted to show y'all the handheld sprayer. I think it's a neat spray gun. I've never seen one, but I haven't seen many of these that you can actually separate and have a handheld one, and then you have one with the hose. But like I said, I'm going to use the hose on the rest of it. I just wanted to break this apart and show you if for some reason you needed to take it in the house and you didn't want to take the whole thing, you could actually do that. So My mistake for not hitting record last night. I hope each and every one of y'all have a wonderful day. So now, as you can see, that covered a lot better this time, but we're going to let that dry, and then we'll come back, and hopefully tomorrow ain't so windy. But I wanted to kind of show you that you can, you know, also use this on other things. Like if I wanted to spray paint, for instance, that different surfaces here. And that's another thing I like about it, is you don't have a cord, you just go with your battery. It actually covers that tin up pretty good, to be honest with you. Well, so if I wanted to paint them all that color, I don't know, I might show Stephanie before I do that because she might not like that. We're out of paint, so I'm going to go over here and we'll get this all cleaned up. I'll show you, we still got a little bit of daylight left, so I'm going to try to show you how fast and easy it is to clean this up, so follow on. So once again, these things are super easy to break down and get ready to clean. You do not want to leave paint in your line here. I'm going to go ahead and open this up and wrench this off. And what we'll do, once we get it wrenched off, we'll put some water in that tank and we'll run it through. We'll clean the outside of it, and then I'm going to come over there and put some water in that deal, and we'll clean that up, and we should be good. Just going to wash the outside of this off. Super easy to clean up. And I'm sure if you know how to actually use these things, you don't get as messy. But when you've never really used one, I think for the most part, did pretty good. And what I'm going to do is clean the inside of this out really good. Same thing here, we're just going to break these guys apart here. We're going to wash them off real quick, and then they will be good to go for the next use. And we'll most likely start back on this tomorrow. We'll just see what all kind of chores we got lined out for tomorrow. We still got to feed here tonight, but I wanted to show y'all how well this thing worked. Pretty simple. It's just like that, really easy to clean up. Like I say, I've never really used one of these. It worked fine for me. Obviously, I was probably a little bit messier than somebody that knows what they're doing, but I'm going to leave a link down in the description box. We want to thank Lefondat for sponsoring today's video. Guys, I'm going to leave a link in the description box and in the comment box. Go check them out.